Hey guys, Movie Junkie for Life here, and this is my review of The Girl on the Train, directed by Tate Taylor, and it stars Emily Blunt. We have Haley Bennett, Justin Theroux, Luke Evans, Edgar Ramirez, and a host of other A-listers in this movie. The Girl on a Train is a movie based on a book, and it's about this divorcee who is having a lot of problems dealing with her divorce from her husband. She rides this train every day past these particular houses where she sees a couple, and she kind of makes stories up about what she thinks their life is like. And one day, one half of that couple disappears, the woman, and an investigation ensues, and she gets herself entangled in it, and in turn ends up finding about secrets about her own life. So, The Girl on the Train is another movie that I was drawn to because one, I like mysteries, I like suspense type films a lot, and two, it starred Emily Blunt, who I really adore. But the thing is, again, I didn't know much about this going in, but I did find out some stuff about the book. And I did find that some people thought that Emily Blunt may not have been suitable for the role because the character that she portrays, named Rachel, she's not really, she's not a pretty person the way Emily Blunt is. Emily Blunt is gorgeous. And this person doesn't look like that at all, you know. She's very messed up because she's an alcoholic, and of course, you drink like that, you're a haggard looking person, whatever. But you know what? I think Emily Blunt pulled it off. This is not a likable character, guys. This is somebody who is actually kind of hard to sympathize with her, at least for the first half of this film. I would say, like, the first and second half of this film. She is not that likable. She is a person who you kind of feel that she deserves the destruction that is coming, that is in her life, that she deserves to be suffering the way she is. Because this, the way the story unfolds, you see her as this person who does a lot of damage to the people around her because of her drinking. And of course, the way she sees the other couple's life, she assumes certain things about this woman, and all of that kind of leads to the events that take place. Not that it's necessarily her fault, but she's tied into the events and she gets herself entangled in these events. And I think Emily Blunt did a really, really good job of making this character, while on one hand you dislike her, you there is a level of sympathy that is there the entire time you're watching this character, because you want her to clean up her life, you know and you're angry with her, but at the same time you sympathize with her loss, especially as layers are peeled back and you learn more and more about this character. You begin to see her in a different light. So I think she did an amazing job here. I think she's one of the it's really her job to carry this story, and I think she does a really, really good job of carrying this through to the end. The other actors, they did well too. I love Luke Evans. He's gorgeous. And he doesn't have a lot of screen time here. He doesn't have a lot to really do. I hope one day to see him in a role that is truly meaty, that he could, really get into. But he does a good job as well. Justin Theroux here. Justin Theroux is an actor that I quite like because he can play both good and bad convincingly. So I'm just going to leave it at that. But overall, The Girl on Train is not a movie I think a lot of people are gonna like. My main issue with it was I felt the pacing was off. Tate Taylor is a director. He did The Help, a movie that I quite enjoyed, and I thought the pacing was perfect for that. But here, it feels like this movie drags a lot. It almost feels like you're walking through wet sand watching this movie. At certain points of the film, you just want to, like, okay, we get it. This person is like that. And, we just want to get to the next point and get to why we should care about her, or why we should care about this one when they seem like they're such horrible people. But that said, when you get to the third and final act of this film, it does pick up steam. It does unfold in a very in a good way. I don't know if satisfying is the word I'm looking for. I guess it is in a way. But this movie just was kind of uneven for me. It was I think my main problem really is the pacing of this film. I think if it was a little it was edited a bit tighter, that it would have been more suspenseful, more thrilling, and it would have been more engaging. I was just kind of sitting there waiting for things to happen. And there was also a certain level of predictability to this movie, because at the end of the day, mystery movies is a process of elimination. And if you watch enough of them, you know, you kind of figure out who's going to be the bad guy if you're paying attention to what's happening. For me, I thought it was really, really obvious very early on who the bad guy was. But that being said, there was another twist to the story, to Rachel's story, that I did not see coming at all, and it does affect the way that you look at the character, and that it affects the way you sympathize and empathize with that character. So I have to say that was a really nice reveal. I guess it's probably in the book, and I quite enjoyed that. The look of the film, it's fine. It's bleak looking at times, and that bleakness, you know, it's a representation of the way Rachel sees the world, because she's always drunk, she's always stumbling and falling down and in a mess, you know. So it's a very good way of showing us how the world appears through her eyes, you know, because by the end of the film it's very, very different. It's very disguised and clear and that sorts of thing. So don't want to give too much away here, but the Girl on the Train overall, I think it's an okay movie. It's not a bad film in any way. You know, I think you'll enjoy it if you enjoyed Gone Girl. Not that it's anywhere near that level of where Gone Girl was, but it's not a bad film. Do I recommend going to cinema to see it? Not really. I mean, if you want to, if this type of movie really, really appeals to you, you like the cast of actors, maybe you read the book and you want to see it as a movie, then feel free. But I don't see why, you know, you can't wait around for this one to come out on DVD or available for streaming. So I'm going to give The Girl on the Train a 6 out of 10. And that's going to be it for this movie. So until next time, guys, bye bye.